press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Yeah. Hello dear students. So let me continue part number 20 from systems of particle and rotational motion. So anyhow, up to the last parts I derived plenty of derivations, okay, by using some integration methods. So I hope you remembered all the formulas of the moment of inertia. I think you know moment of inertia of a rectangular rod passing through center perpendicular to the length. I hope you remember the formula, that is I is equal to m L square by 12. Okay, if possible you remember the formula, otherwise derivation, that is your interest. And perpendicular to the breadth, we know mb square by 12, perpendicular to the plane m L square plus b square by 12, and at one end of a rod, I think you remembered ml square by 3, and later we entered into the circular ring. For a circular ring, moment of inertia of a circular ring about an axis passing through center perpendicular to the plane is mr square, and about a diameter mr square by 2, and about a tangent in its plane, and in its plane means about the diameter mr square by 2 plus mr square, so 3 by 2 mr square, about a tangent perpendicular to the plane mr square plus mr square 2 mr square. Okay, and next we done circular disc. For a circular disc, a diameter mr square by 4, and about a tangent in its plane mr square by 4 plus mr square 5 by 4 mr square, and about a tangent perpendicular to the plane mr square by 2 plus mr square 3 by 2 mr square. Recall like this, okay. And later I covered moment of inertia of a hollow sphere. Hollow sphere we got 2 by 3 mr square. At one end of a hollow sphere or about a tangent, we got 2 by 3 mr square plus mr square. So how much it is now? 2 by 3 plus 1 means 5 by 3 mr square. And for a solid sphere we got 2 by 5 mr square. About a tangent 2 by 5 mr square plus mr square 7 by 5 mr square. And later we covered solid cylinder. Solid cylinder we divide into two parts. One is a solid cylinder, nothing but one is a rectangular rod of length L, mass m, and other one is some circular disc. For a rod ml square by 12, for a disc about the diameter m r square by 4. And in the same way we know moment of inertia of a hollow cylinder mr square by 2 plus ml square by 12. And later we covered moment of inertia of a solid cone. Solid cone formula 3 by 10 mr square, and hollow cone about its own axis mr square by 2. So try to remember the formulas like this, okay. Practice formulas number of questions, but let me cover few different questions. I am going to cover some cavity questions in this session, okay. Cavity problems are most important. Every year those cavity questions are repeated in different entrance exams. Now let me cover one or two models based on cavity concept, okay. Cavity concept is there in some other chapters also. In second year also you are going to learn some cavity concept. In Gauss law you will get some other things, okay. Here in this session let me cover some problems based on moment of inertia and cavity problems, okay. So write down one problem, simple questions, better you write it. So I am going to dictate, you write the question. 4 spheres, 4 solid spheres, 4 solid spheres, each of radius small r. 4 solid spheres, each of radius small r, are placed at the four corners of a square. Four solid spheres, each of radius small r, placed at the four corners of a square of side, let us suppose A. Four corners of a square of side A as shown. I am going to draw the diagram as shown. Then find the moment of inertia. Find the moment of inertia. So, let us see in what they are asking. So, let us suppose they given this one, four solid spheres are placed at the four corners of a square. Okay. We can find moment of inertia in different axes. That's why in a question what I mentioned is just find moment of inertia. Let us see in what place we are going to find, because we know moment of inertia is a tensor. Why it is a tensor quantity? Because for one body it will gives different answers in different directions. For one object, moment of inertia is different in different orientations, in different directions based on the axis. Let us see, according to the question, what they given is four solid spheres. So, they are joined to form as a square. See, this is the square. Simple question, this is square whose side mentioned already A, side is mentioned A, and here one solid sphere is placed whose radius is r. One more solid sphere is placed, the radius is r. One more solid sphere, one more solid sphere. Okay, with equal radius, you draw correctly, equal radius, r is the radius. Each mass, let us suppose m, each mass is m. Now they are asking to find moment of inertia. I mentioned only moment of inertia. Let us see in what way, in which direction we are going to find the moment of inertia. Plenty of questions are possible. Earlier in starting classes, in starting moment of inertia, in the same way here also I am going to find. Let me find about this axis. Let us suppose this is I1. So, let me find what is I1. Okay. If you want, we can find about this line, about this axis. About this axis, let us suppose I2. If you want other question, you can find it the centroid. Okay. Point of intersections of the diagonal. Let me find first I1, I2. How to get I1? See, I1 nothing but, see this, about this moment of inertia, this is the axis passing through center, nothing but about the diameter, and see this is a solid sphere. Solid sphere moment of inertia formula 2 by 5 mr square. So, if you know the formula, then only this problem is possible, otherwise we can't do the problem. So, moment of inertia about this one, about the first one, let us give some name, 1, let me give the name 2, 3, something number 4, all are identical. About 1, okay, let me write I1, I2, I3, I4. Okay, directly we can write, I am writing steps for understanding point of view only. I1 is what? 2 by 5 m r square. If small r is the radius, 2 by 5 m r square, I1, plus I2 about this axis. About this axis means with respect to this body is at a distance of how much? Sorry. So, this is at a distance of, see this is a sphere, it is at a distance of A, it is at a distance of A. So, for this axis, this is at a distance of A, then you can go for parallax theorem. So, what is the gap between these two spheres? A. So, by using parallax theorem, moment of inertia passing through center of mass of this one 2 by 5 mr square plus mass of this body into square of the distance, mass of the sphere into square of the distance. Coming to the I3 also the same. I3 about this axis, mass of this one, okay, this same, about this axis means same. So, about the solid sphere 2 by 5 mr square plus ma square, and about this 4 2 by 5 m r square. Then answer is 2 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5, 8 by 5 m r square plus ma square ma square 2 m a square. So this is the moment of inertia of this one I1. Okay, I1 is equals to, let me write, this is something I dash. I dash is better, don't confuse. So this is I dash, and in this direction about this axis, see, let me find I double dash. See, this axis is at a distance of what? What is this distance? A by root 2. What is this distance? A by root 2. About this 2 by 5 mr square. Okay, about this I am writing, about this, and about this also let me write directly, 2 by 5 mr square. About this 2 by 5 mr square plus m a by root 2 whole square, m a by root 2 whole square, and about this also the same, 2 by 5 mr square m a by root 2 whole square. So m a by root 2 whole square, m a by root 2 whole square. Again, what is the answer you are getting? 2, again 8 mr square by 5. Okay, this is a square by 2, 2m a square by 2. Then what is the answer? M a square. Okay, so in the same way we can find here also, everywhere we can find, but you remember the moment of inertia of the solid sphere, then only this problem is possible. They will mention in which line they are going to, means we are going to find. Right now I calculated about this line, about in this direction. Okay, they will give proper question in a paper. Yeah, take this. Let me give one more question. So to write this moment of inertia, about this is 2 by 5 mr square. Directly we can write 2 by 5 mr square, 2 by 5 mr square. This is at a distance of a. So 2 by 5 mr square plus m into r square. R square nothing but a. M in 2 by 5 mr square plus m into a square. You will get direct final answer, 8 by 5 m r square 2 by 2 m a square. Okay. Now let us try one more question. So in this session let me continue only from problems based on moment of inertia. See, they given 3 identical rods. Write down the question. 3 identical rods of mass m, length L. Write down 3 identical rods form a triangle. No doubt that is equilateral triangle. 3 identical rods of mass m, length L are joined to form a triangle, are joined to form as a triangle. Then find moment of inertia about its centroid. Find moment of inertia about its centroid. They given, this is a rod, 3 identical rods. They are joined to form an equilateral triangle because they are identical. Yeah, they are asking to find moment of inertia about this centroid. About this we need to find the moment of inertia. M is the mass, L is the length. Let us suppose this is rod number 1, this is rod number 2, this is rod number 3. About this axis we need to find. Okay. So about this means, see, this is an equilateral triangle. How much this value? 30. If this is something x, if this is x, then if this is x, what about this? This is also x. This is also x. How to get this x? And rod of length is given L. How much this value? L by 2. By using tan 30 x by L by 2. So, x is equals to L by 2 tan 30, L by 2 root 3. Okay, L by 2 tan 30 is root 3. Okay. Now, so how much the x value? So, x is, I got L by 2 root 3, this x is L by 2 root 3. Okay. Then moment of inertia about this, we can write it as, use the parallax theorem, moment of inertia passing through this and mass of this body into square of the distance. Moment of inertia passing through the center of the rod, and anyhow there are 3 identical, let me multiply 3 directly, 3 into m L square by 12 because passing through center about this plus mass of the rod and square of the distance is mx square. So, 3 times of m square. So, 3 times of ml square by 12 m L square by 4 into 3 12. Okay. 3 ml square by 12 ml square by 12 2 ml square by 12 ml square by 6. Okay. So, ml square by 6, then answer I am getting m L square by 2. Verify the calculations, I got ml square by 2. Check it. Verify the calculations. Yeah. I got ml square by 12. Okay. Now see one more question. Okay, if they ask to find about this also, we can find. Let me give one more question. Write down 3 circular discs. They may give 3 solid spheres, 3 hollow spheres or whatever. Right now I am giving 3 circular discs, each of radius r. 3 circular discs, each of radius r, mass m, are kept in contact, with each other such that they an equilateral triangle. Then find moment of inertia about an axis AB as shown. They given like this. Yeah, these are the centers. Centers form an equilateral triangle. And they mentioned this is the circular disc whose mass is mentioned m, whose radius is r. Small r, capital R, that's not a problem, but the given axis is like this. They given about this AB axis. Target is to find out what is the moment of inertia. See, same questions we given in your assignment sheets. By using this knowledge, you try to find problems from your assignment sheets. Okay, we given number of questions. Try to find all the questions by using class knowledge. Means I am going to cover everything in a class. So better you solve the problems After the completion of all the concepts, I will also solve some questions. Okay, but before that, if you received the assignment sheets, better you solve each and everything. Okay, let us see what is the moment of inertia about an axis AB. See, let us suppose this is 1, this is something number 2, something number 3. I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. For this first disk, circular disk, if it is a solid sphere, you can use 2 by 5 mr square. But this is a circular disk about a tangent. Just recall the formula of a circular disk about a tangent, and see, this is the diametrical line. This is the circular disk about a tangent. About a tangent, I hope you remember the formula. About a tangent in its plane. This is the disk plane towards you. This planar side is towards you. So, disk about this axis, this mr square by 4 plus mr square. What is the value? 5 by 4 mr square. About 2 also same, 5 by 4 mr square. And the third one about diameter. Third one about diameter. About diameter is 4, 11 mr square by 4. Okay. Yeah. See the next question. So, read on the next one. Next also simple question. Two rods, each of length L, mass M, mass M are joined as shown in figure. Find moment of inertia about an axis passing through A perpendicular to the plane. Moment of inertia about an axis passing through A, capital A, perpendicular to the plane. So, this is also good question. They given two rods. They are asking, they given A. Here about this they are asking. Length is L, mass is M. This is the center of this one. This is the center. About A they are asking. Yeah. Only one step is enough to get this problem. About this point. See, this point is at one end of this rod. For first rod, let us suppose this is rod number 1, this is rod number 2. For first rod, it is at one end. 3. I hope you remember the formula, ml square by 3. Now, about one end is ml square by 3, and for this rod, axis passing through center is ml square by 12, passing through center perpendicular to length, no need to mention. And see this axis, this distance, how much this distance? This is, and see this is L by 2, L, root of how much this one? L square plus L square by 4. 5 L square by 4, root 5 L by 2 is the distance between two axes. So, one axis passing through center perpendicular to the plane. Now, let me write moment of inertia about A is, for the top rod, for the first one ml square by 3. For the second one you use parallel axis theorem. Moment of inertia passing through the rod perpendicular to the length, center of the rod perpendicular to the length, m L square by 12 mass of the rod, square of the distance. Square of the distance is 5L by 2 whole square. Then M L square by 3 plus ml square by 12, this is 5 ml square by 4. So 12 4 ml square ml square, so 3 15 ml square. 15, this is 20 ml square by 12, 5 ml square by 3. Check the answer, check the calculations. So how much I am getting? 5 ml square by 3. Okay. So practice these type of questions from your assignment sheet, or otherwise you can try these type of questions, same model level of questions from any other level of books, maybe JEE books or NEET level books, okay, or your Pearson material. So these type of questions are there, better you try to solve it. Maybe the data may be same or may not be same. You can try from H.C. Verma book also. Let me cover one more, and next I will enter into the cavity problem. So next also, that is given in previous entrance exam. Write down: a circular disc of mass m, radius capital R. A circular disc of mass m, radius capital R, has a concentric hole of radius small r. Has a concentric hole of radius small r. Has a concentric radius smaller. Find moment of inertia about an axis. Find moment of inertia about an axis passing through center perpendicular to the plane. Passing through center perpendicular to the plane. So simple question this is. They given circular disc whose radius is mentioned, or it has some concentric hole whose radius is given small r. Yeah, target is to find out moment of inertia of this. Anyhow, you know this method. If they given the uniformly distributed mass systems, then you can go for a small element and you can apply the integration. And here this will have a surface density mass by area. So we can write mass by area. Area nothing but pi r square minus r square, r minus r. So we done plenty of questions for this small element like this. Take a small element at a distance of something x, whose mass is very clear, dm, whose thickness also clear, dx. Thickness is dx. Radius of that small part is how much? Radius of the small part is how much? X. Okay, radius of the small part is x. Now write for a small part what is the mass. For a small part, so done plenty of questions. For a small part, dm is equals to sigma into dA. What is dm? What is sigma? M by pi r square minus r square. Okay, r square minus r square. And dA we can write it as 2 pi x dx, circumference 2 pi x dx. Pi you can strike off. Okay, so I got dm as 2m x dx r square minus r square. Now the moment of inertia of the small part is integration of dm into x square by 2. Tell me why it is by 2? Why I am taking by 2? Actually I have to write mr square, but I written mr square by 2 form. Mr square by 2 means because this is a circular disc. This is a circular disc. Circular disc formula mr square by 2. M nothing but dm. R nothing but x. Mr square by 2. Limits are very clear. Small r to capital R. Okay. First one is small r, next one is capital R. dm value you substitute. Integration of r to r. What is dm? 2m r square minus r square x dx. This x square and this 2 is there. So 2 cancelled. I is equals to, you write m outside, r square you write outside, x cube dx, small r to capital R. So m by r square minus r square, this is x power 4 by 4. So x power 4 by 4 means you will get r power 4 by 4. Got it? This you can try to split up. M by 4 times of r square, 1 r square minus r square gets cancelled. So you will get 1 by 4 m r square plus r square. So check the calculation once again. I am getting 1 by 4 m r square plus r square. Verify the calculations, any integrations or anything. Process already covered in the plenty of questions. Okay. So this is also one of the good question. Practice this type of questions. Now let me try cavity problem. Take this first. So write down problems on cavity problem. So most repeated problem in every entrance, JEE and NEET. So cavity problem. Write down some data I am giving here. Write down. From a circular disc of radius r, from a circular disc of radius something capital R, from a circular disc of radius capital R and mass 9m. This is the previous entrance question, that's what I am giving the data. From a circular disc of radius capital R, mass 9 capital M, mass 9m, and a small portion of radius r by 3 is removed from edge. A small portion of radius r by 3 is removed from edge as shown. Is removed from edge as shown. Then find moment of inertia of the remaining portion perpendicular to the plane of the disc. About an axis passing through center perpendicular to the plane of the disc. About an axis passing through center perpendicular to the plane of the disc. So they are asking moment of inertia of the remaining portion. See, they given a circular disc. So listen carefully this one. This is the circular disc. Okay. Yeah. Circular disc whose radius is given r. This radius is mentioned r. Center is something O. This mass is given 9 times of m. From this, another circular disc is cut from one edge. Any one edge you can take. So let us suppose they have cut like this. Okay, they cut this portion, and see, this is the circular disc, this is the remaining portion of the circular disc. Remaining portion of the circular disc. Okay, draw correct shape. Okay, this is the center, something O dash. What is the radius of this part? This part is r by 3, and mass of this one is 9m. Okay, let us suppose m1 is 9m, and this mass we don't know. Let us consider m2. Okay, directly we can write m proportional to r square. Just I am worrying about you only. So m proportional to r square, you will get directive. That is 9 times means this is only m, or otherwise let me see the steps. Mass of the disc anyhow proportional to what? Mass of the disc proportional to square of the radius. Okay, capital M or small m, mass, that's it. So we can write m1 by m2 is equals to r1 square by r2 square. No need to write these many steps. m1 they mentioned 9m, m2 is target, r m2 9m by 9. So what is m2? m2 is m. Okay, directly we can expect, that is r by 3 and that is 9 times, we can expect directly mass. Okay, so anyhow I got m2 as m. Okay, then let us see how to find out the moment of inertia. So moment of inertia of the remaining part, which is equivalent to moment of inertia of the total part minus moment of inertia of the removed part, like a center of mass concept. Okay, I hope you remember center of mass concepts also. I am finding moment of inertia of the remaining part. Remaining means nothing but this is the remaining part, about the center, passing through center perpendicular to the plane, which is equivalent to moment of inertia of the total region minus removed region. For this removed region, you can go for a parallel axis theorem. Let us see what is the total first. Total nothing but, let me write m1. Later I will substitute the value. m1, what is the radius of the total disc? R square by 2. Why it is by 2? Moment of inertia of the disc, mr square by 2. M nothing but m1. Minus, for the removed part, let me use parallax theorem about this. About this means moment of inertia passing through center of this and product of mass and square of the distance between these two axes. Okay, so this let me write m2, okay, r by 3 whole square, I naught passing through center, I naught, okay, I naught and by 2 plus mass of this one, square of the distance between these two. What is the square of the distance between these two? You imagine the two axes. Imagine two axes. What is the gap between these two axes? Gap between these two axes. This is r by 3. This is r. R minus r by 3. This is r by 3. R minus r by 3. 2r by. We are finding about this axis, mass of this one. Okay, moment of inertia passing through center of mass is m2 r square by 2, r nothing but r by 3, and mass of the disc, square of the distance between these two parallel axes. So m2 2 r by 3 whole square. Now do the simplifications. What is m1? 9m r square by 2. m2 m, this is r square by 9, already 2 is there, let me write 2 as it is. m 4r square by 9, let me write 9mr square by 2, mr square by 9, 1 by 2 plus 4. So 9mr square by 2 mr square by 9, 9 by 2, 9 9 cancel, 9 mr square by 2, mr square by 2, 8 mr square by 2. Then what is the answer for this question now? Now I am getting remaining part moment of inertia is how much? 4 mr square. If answers are given in terms of sigma, then you write m as a, sigma is equal to mass by area. If answer is given in terms of sigma, you change the sigma as what? Mass by area, mass as the sigma into area. Sigma into area, then you will get the answer. Right now, in the given question, they given all options in the form of masses, that's why I am writing 4 mr square. If in options, if they given some sigma term, you change this m as a sigma. Okay, how to get the m into sigma? Sigma is equal to mass by area, mass is equal to sigma into area, area of the disk. I will give you one more question without means let me find one more question in terms of sigma. Okay, take this first. You try a circular disc of radius 2r, from that r is cut. They are not mentioned the masses. Then you try it. Okay, let me give one more question. You try fast. So do it fast now. So the question is, from a circular disc of radius 2r, a circular disc of radius 2r, circular disc of radius 2r, from which another disc of radius r is cut, from which another disc of radius r is cut, from which another disc of radius r is cut. Then find the moment of inertia of the remaining part. Do it fast. Find the moment of inertia of the remaining part. Speed up. I am giving one more problem to get some confidence. So this part we need to find. A circular disc of radius 2r, from this r is cut. This is the r. This is cut. Let us suppose this is m1 mass and this part is m2 mass. m1 mass, m2 mass. Anyhow, mass nothing but mass proportionals to r square. m1 by m2, m1 by m2, m1 is 2r, 4r square by r square cancelled. m1 is equal to how much now? I am getting m1 by 4. Okay. So I am getting the link up between m1 and m2. But for this anyhow sigma is there na, sigma is equals to mass by area, mass is equals to sigma into area. So if you want m1 is equal to sigma into area. What is the area of the m1? Area of the m1 pi r square, pi into 2r square. Okay, m1 is equals to sigma pi r square means sigma pi 4r square. Okay, in the options if you got m1, you change m1 as a sigma 4 pi r square. If you got m2, you change m2 as some other value. Okay, let us try. What is the total moment of inertia? Total m1 speed up 2r square by 2, remaining removed means passing through center of this, m2 r square by 2 plus m2, what is this gap? Total 2r, this is r, this is how much now? Speed up the question. So r square, change this m1 as 4 times of m2, 4r square by 2, m2 r square 3, m2 r square by 2. Okay, so how much this one? 16 minus 3, 13 m2, okay, 16, this is 13 m2 r square by 2. This is the remaining. What is m2? 13 m2, m2 nothing but m1 by 4. Okay, otherwise m2 shall I write sigma pi r square, and one more r square is there by 2. So you will get 13 sigma pi r power 4 by 2. Verify the answer. 13 sigma pi r power 4 by 2. This is in terms of m2 I am getting. If you want to get in terms of m1, then what will you get? m1 by 4, 4 into 2, 13 by 8 you will get in terms of m1. This is in terms of what? In terms of removed mass. Sometimes they will give answers in terms of removed part, removed mass. Be careful with calculations. Okay, based on the given options you try to extend it. Try this. Let us try one more good question. Yeah, you try this one. Yeah, I will try once again. So this is also one of the good question. Let me give the question properly. Write down. Write down one more question. 4 holes of radius capital R. 4 holes of radius capital R are cut. 4 holes of radius capital R are cut from a thin square plate of side 4R, from a okay 4 times of R. Then find moment of inertia of the remaining portion about a center perpendicular to the plane. Find moment of inertia of the remaining portion about a center perpendicular to the plane. See the given, this is the square plate. These 4 parts are removed. Only this part is remaining. Only this part is remaining. Yeah, we need to find moment of inertia of this. Let us suppose square plate mass is m1, removed part mass is m2. Then speed up the masses first. m1 by m2 is equals to what? a1 by a2, because mass proportional to area. m1 by m2, what is a1? a1 is the area of the square plate, 16 r square by removed part is like a circular disc. Removed part is like a circular disc. Then this is pi r square. Okay, so pi r square, removed part is like a circular disc. So in the removed part there will be a pi. Okay, then m1 by m2 we got it. You can write m1 as a m2 16 by pi and you extend the same problem. Okay, you can convert m1 or m2 anything. Take any one. So let me write m2 as pi by 16 m1. I converted m1 m2. Speed up the answer. Yeah, do the calculation now. What is the total? Total is m1. Total is m1. So m1 r square nothing but 4r square. What is the formula for a square plate? Remember, for a square plate about the center, if the square plate having equal sides, ma square by 6. ma square by 6. So write down m one side is 4r by 6 minus removed part mass is m2 and this is like a circular disc, so radius is r by 2, mass of the disc and distance between the two centers. This is the, about this we are finding, about this, see this is r, what is this, root 2r, this is root 2r. About the center I anyone, so m1 16 r square by 6, m2 r square by 2 and 2 m2, how much it is now, 5 2 2 4, this is 5 m2 r square by 2. So let me write m1 into m2 into m1, anyone. So m1 let me keep as it is, 8 r square by 3, 5 by 2 m2 pi by 16 m1 r square. So let me take m1 r square common, 8 by 3 5 pi by 32 I am getting. Check the calculations. Okay, so this is in m1. Okay, let me multiply, let me do this calculations. Okay, this is correct answer. Let us suppose if m1 is m, what is m2, pi by 16 m, m1 is m, so I am getting in terms of m2. Check the value once again and see. Here I forgot one thing, how many holes are removed, how many holes they made, 4, I forgot to multiply 4 here. So multiply 4 and this will becomes 4 5, what is m2, 5 pi by 16 m1 r1 square, 4 4 za. So if I take m1 r square common, 8 by 3 5 pi by 4, check the calculation once again, 5 pi by 4 and this 2 is there, no? Verify these calculations, I am getting answer in terms of m1. If m1 is m, then m r square 8 by 3 minus 5 pi by 8, if m1 is m. Okay, I hope you followed the cavity problems. You try to solve the same type of questions from any other book. So in this session I covered cavity problems and a few model questions based on moment of inertia. Okay, now in the next session let me continue some other concepts and based on that I will continue some problems also, but before that you try to solve problems from your assignment sheet. Okay, because in assignment sheet some good questions are given, some basic level of questions are given. Most of the basic questions already covered in class. So you see these videos and solve problems from your assignment. Okay, thank you.